since I've done a review, I feel like, because I just have not felt up to a review, because I haven't been like reading. That's a good reason not to review a book, isn't it? And with the holiday season, it's really hard for me to sit down and read some days. Some days I just get my Bible reading in, and after that, I'm like, I gotta get to work on stuff. So I am so excited because now I have this one that actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have one more reading because it's a devotional. And then I will be reviewing very, very quickly after this. So it'll come out next week. Broken Bread by Tilly Dillahay. This one's going to be really short because honestly, this is a devotional book. I read it over the entire month, and in the middle of that, I had a week where I was just not able to read because I was having some pretty bad migraines. And so it's one of those things where I have bad reading comprehension, and usually I mark up books, but I didn't mark up this book because it was a devotional. And also, I have to say, I won this. I haven't even said what it is yet. Okay, it is Come Let Us Adore Him by Paul David Tripp. And I won it from 412 Bible Rebinding. If you type that into Instagram, you'll find them. They are awesome, so sweet. I've talked to them since then, and can I just say that this is beautiful. This Bible is beautiful. So, or not Bible, I'm so sorry, it's early. This book is beautiful, but go check out their page. You can actually see what I won on there, and this has convinced me that I probably need a Bible rebound. Like, I'd love to have mine rebound, but gotta save up that money first. I have like one of those journaling ones, single column journaling Bible, and yeah, it has like the hardcover with like the elastic to go around it to keep it closed. I'd love to get that rebound because I plan to use this for a long time, and because it's my go-to because there's no notes in it, so I can't get distracted. But I'm not reviewing that. I'm reviewing Come Let Us Adore Him. Like I said, I have one more reading, but because I read December 30th today, on December 30th, I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this so that I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, because you just never know what life is going to throw at you. And I have to say, I have to start off by saying, Paul Tripp, I don't read his books typically. First of all, I just never read them before I got saved. I never read them after I got saved. And my husband, I believe he liked him, but he kind of told me like, yeah, he's in this group that is just doing some weird stuff right now. My husband was in on the CRT, the critical race theory stuff before it happened. Not in on it. Sounds like he was a part of it. No, he recognized that he has the gift of discernment like insane. And so he had told me. So I kind of just stayed away from his books. That's typically what I do if I can find something else that's better to read, like why not? But I won this. And so of course I read it, and it's from because that's one of the things, like I think a lot of the critical race theory stuff is popping up later. And I've said the reason I don't read people who are into that is because I think it does set a rocky foundation for your theology. So this was written in 2017. So you're looking at 3 years ago. I don't know. I can say that there was 1 or 2 moments in this that I had to use my discernment because he was saying something that was just, it wasn't wrong. But it was almost like he was kind of like, I said this, I started reading a book that I got. It was for my death episode. I started reading it and I got really upset because within like 10 pages, it brought up critical race theory stuff. And I just couldn't do it because I don't know. It just, you can kind of see the progression with people. And I can see that this is really like, he brought up the issue of racism where it didn't necessarily need to be brought up. I don't know. It's kind of like they get to choose. Like, I know one point in here he was talking about like sin, and he was listing off examples, and one of them was like, you can resist the temptation of racism and prejudice. And so it's like they choose this specific thing that if you don't follow the critical race theory stuff, like if that's not what you go along with, which is me, then you read it and you're like, yeah, I totally agree that prejudice is a sin. But it's almost like they're building that foundation of, you struggle with this, don't you? I don't know. So there were like 2 moments, but it was very blatant, and meaning like it was very, like he said it outright, kind of. Just like I said, resist the temptations of racism and prejudice. But, and I will say I've dealt with the sin of prejudice, so, but not because of someone's race. I was like a little middle schooler, and guys, this has nothing to do with the book. I was a cheerleader for like half a semester in middle school, and I thought I was really cool for like a minute, and then they realized I couldn't do a cartwheel or really a front roll, and I was taken off the team at the end of the first semester. So I thought I was real cool stuff for a minute, and then realized I wasn't. And middle school Courtney was real weird. Anyway, so yeah, I enjoyed this though. I really did. One of his things that I really saw throughout it was him trying to give adults who are reading this the opportunity to see the hope of Jesus being born, to connect the dots from Jesus's birth to his death, burial, resurrection, and which has been a big thing for me. I've been thinking a lot. There's that song from Sovereign Grace, "How Low Was Our Redeemer Brought," and it says the babe could speak no words. It actually says the sheep and cattle raised their voice, the babe could speak no words, and that line hits me every time because I don't know. We just lose the. I think because the world has adopted this holiday as something that can almost be secular. So there's a reason that pentatonics can sing a Christmas song that is a Christian Christmas song. So they can sing like the first Noel. I don't know if they sing the first Noel, but the first Noel or something like that. There's a reason. And so I don't know, we tend to be kind of desensitized to what Christmas actually means, and that, honest to goodness, if you have not been born again, then Christmas has no hope for you. Like, sure, you get some presents, but it has no hope for you. The way he styled this book was really unique. He actually took tweets, and he put like the tweet that he wrote at the beginning of the chapter, and then he just wrote a like a little devotional on it, and then at the end he had for further study little places that you could read, and then he also has a section for parents and children and like a way to encourage discussion. I think that's really, really cool because I do believe that it's really important that your children know like that you're involving them in family worship and such. I have a 2.5-year-old. We just sing the songs from the New City Catechism, so he didn't do this with me. So yeah, I would say that as long as you're discerning, this one is not like, or this is a recommend. Like I said, like 2 spots where I was like, why'd you have to say that? Like, why'd you have to do that? That wasn't necessary. But otherwise, definitely recommend. And I realize it's a little late in the game to be posting a review of it, but I wanted to go ahead and do it because next year I can repost this and just share as you guys are deciding. I think next year I'm hoping to get, I think there's Alistair Begg. I think he has one. But either way, yeah, I'm going to go maybe finish Broken Bread because, guys, just wait for that review. I've got so much to say. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. And since this comes out, I believe, on New Year's Eve, I will put it to post. Happy New Year's Eve. And yeah, till next time.